Oh, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever applies. Today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. Still working my way through the Endwalker story at a snail's pace. A second. Alright, let's try again. There it is. Okay. Alright, so things look good, I think. Alright, so we're probably going to be doing some more story today. Probably. And I think tomorrow is when All Saints Wake starts. Let's get going. Let's go straight to here to Elpis. Me first. Hey Jen, how are you? Good morning. Okay, where are we headed to? Let's take a look. Right in front of us. Okay, here we go. Alright. How is Elpis? Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I'm still taking this really slowly. So, and yeah, generally it's okay. The zone is pretty. I said that this is like Endwalker's equivalent to Ilmeg so far. So, oh, wait, there's something I forgot to do. Or did I forget to do it? Yeah, I forgot to do it. Do it now. Basically, I forgot to schedule my next music video. Let's get a question when you reach that part. Cool. Okay, premiere schedule. There. I knew I forgot something. The thing when you run 7 YouTube channels, you know, there's bound to be something you forget. Copy. Oh, I had a really amazing dinner yesterday. I had these like ramen noodles with 2 orders of chicken. I got like extra chicken on it. And it's got bamboo shoots, spring onions, and so on. But it was delicious. So I will have it again probably in a month from now. It's a bit expensive, but it was worth it. Right. That, 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 what's that? Go on here, go here. Alright, perfect. Everything's done. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight on and start recording some more story. And when I hit 87, I'll see if I can do the 87 role quest as well. Let's get it done. Alright, let me record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be carrying on the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker main story. And as always, hello from Mithrie. Hello. So we are here in Elpis at 2423, and we need to talk to Hermes. The quest is called Aether to Aether. So something seems to be weighing on Hermes' mind. So tell me, Mithrie, in the course of watching me, have you learned all of value? Nothing so far, but I'm hopeful that will change. Dynamis. Dynamis seemed promising. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think I found it yet. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Echion. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby Occupites, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry? Or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the Occupites were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of Ichion that is to blame. Their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Duros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path of the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Hermes, wait. If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Alright, so let's now catch up with Hermes. Sorry, I punched the mic. So all I would say about this section of the game is that it feels the pace has really slowed down. Like, we were getting really great, like, it started really slow when we were first in Charlian. Then the pace was picking up when we were exploring Labyrinthos and Vavner and go to the moon and defeat what's his face and so on and so on and so on and so on. Like, it was going quicker and quicker and quicker. But then now we're going to Elpis. Now it's really slowed down again. So I hope soon things will start picking up again. But eventually I will actually be done. Eventually. And we need to know why for the evil to exist. Yeah, I guess. Just like the slow before the final boss. Yeah, the sort of calm before the storm, as they say. And at least Elpis is pretty. I will explore this zone more when I can fly here. Especially when we, like, fake grind around the zone. Ah, okay, here's Hermes. See, I think it mirrors the Pangaea. What's the Pangaea? In the meantime, let me just carry on recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Hermes again. It feels like all we're doing is chasing Hermes in the zone. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. A Lycon was indeed responsible. Or Icon. I don't know how to pronounce it. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emmett Selk and I will search the area for good measure. Just to make sure that the Ichion did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Mithrie. Come, it's down the path and over the bridge. Alright. So, again, I guess we have to speak to Mithrie. So again, let's catch up. It's like I said, this entire zone just seems to be catch up to Hermes. I get him to explain some more stuff. Whatever. So, supercontinent that existed during the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras. Because most of the monsters we encounter in previous expansions come from here and Hades' place. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I guess I will try not to read too much into it. I feel that this is, like you said, it is the calm before the storm. So, hopefully, when we finish this zone, it will be just non-stop action until the end of Endwalker. Okay, let's go. And I am looking forward to finishing Endwalker, to be honest. Like I said, there's so many other games to play. Hello, British nerd and chat. Hey Don, how you doing today? You beautiful German man. Not that I've seen you, but I'll just assume. Right, let's go. Just so we're not looking at Chocobo Butt for this episode, let's dismiss Togaku. All right, let's carry on recording. The recording in. Oh, by the way, before we carry on, hey Amber, how you doing? I added a bunch more emotes. So I added follower emotes, which are basically the old emotes, and I added a few more for the sub emotes. And I added new bit badges, cheer motes, but I don't think I did it right. So I think the cheer motes are actually supposed to be animated, so I need to maybe look at it again. So, but yeah. So if you're a follower, which obviously all of you are, then you should have access to 5 of the old emotes that used to be on the chat. So check it out. Anyway, let's carry on recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so he's caught up with Mithrie, so let's talk to her. So there it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Duros. Let's look for Duros too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Antoine is now accompanying you. Cool. So, let's see if we can find this guy. Okay, so there's an Aether here as well, so I will be able to... Dark-haired man. Blonde-haired woman. Let me attune to this Aetherite while I'm here. Blonde-haired man. Okay. Let's see if this is the right person. Let's stick to the path. Let's pretend to be sensible. Duros. That's Duros. Well now, if it is a Mithrie, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Duros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Ikiones, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints, frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Kittisis. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need to concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that an Ikeonan slaughtered Okiapites. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released? I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaones would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them. All exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we use Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The Chief himself created it. Allows us to erase and alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. There's too many terms in this zone, or too many names, so I'm not going to remember them. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pash Tarot may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. The manipulation a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Aether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. Understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Yet, insignificant though their individual lives may be, next to all creation, it is all the Ikeones have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. So, would it be possible for us to attend the discussion? Let Emerselk make better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray show them to the meeting room. Okay, so let's talk to Mithrie. So, to man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled, like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Cool. I mean, yep, sounds realistic. Let's talk to Hermes. The next quest is called A Sentimental Gift. You needn't be an entedlechi, I don't know what the word means, to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. I fear discussion may take a while, during which time... Mithrie, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting, I'll stay with Mithrie. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Mithrie in your care again? I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Okay, let's talk to her. So, can you help me with something, Mithrie? Meeting with Hermes makes... Sorry. The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong, better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions. What we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. And I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. Okay, she's now accompanying me. Alright. So do we have to go far? Maybe we can just get another Elpis flower. Okay, tree and bloom. So, vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree. Oh, it's so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. Cool. Then let's go to the next one. This slender tree. So, a tall slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry. We won't wander too far. Alright. So, let's go. Yep, so not too far. Can we sprint? Okay, she can sprint with us. See what's on this flower bed. Just waiting for when they actually update the engine, if ever. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed. They're a mix of colours forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking. Alright. Again, we don't have to go too far. Let's see this familiar plant. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. Oh, a coinoid. A flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Mithrie. At sporting flowers. We'll find something soon. Okay, again, let's keep going. So hopefully, again, we don't have to travel too far. Uh-oh. Marlborough over there. Did I miss it? I missed it. I got distracted. So you find nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah. Over there, Mithrie. Something big. Something huge. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't seem... Maybe we'll fight this later. So, a terrible stench reminiscent of sudden old booze pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is a marble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave room for days. What do you think, Mithrie? Would he like it? It's probably not the good sort of memory. So, not this one either. Finding a good flower is harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Mithrie, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there? I'll pick something after that, I promise. Okay. So again... Okay, we don't have to travel too far, so let's go. Okay, let's see if we can find anything in these lush fields and avoid the griffin. So, lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. Ah, there's nothing. The shiny thing over there. What could it be? Oh, Elpis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're Enteleshes. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always bright and white. Said that backwards. Truly, the flower was dark in your home? Then do you have it too? A dark emotion? I've known the pain and sorrow of loss. I've felt great fury and frustration. I've been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I dare say I have a few. You don't have to say it. I can feel it's something you want to hide. But won't you lend it to me, the darkness inside you? I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, that others are sad too. Truly, you'll do it? Thank you, Mithrie. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. Alright, so let's go back. We can teleport straight there. Alright. Where is she? There she is. So it seems that they're still talking. Let's wait until they're finished.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteion company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
It's a dude? I never would know. I thought it was a lady.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Alpes, or if you only did it at Mithion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Glad I could be of service. Let's have no more brooding, eh? Or, oh, I could tell you all about suffering.
To so willingly lend an ear to ease my burden, you are a strange one. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Mityon. Let us head back.
All right.
Oh, late. Alright, let's talk to Hermes. The next quest is called Verdict and Execution. So Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful. So, an all too brief interlude perhaps, but it's time that I attend to my next task. As Emersock and Hypholodis are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Icyones. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Icyones would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hypholodius has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Icyones has served their purpose. Doris has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you're resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course. Let us be off then. We turn to the main aisle. Alright, do we have to go far? Yeah, we do. Alright. So, let's catch up and speak with Doros. Okay, let's see how long I've recorded. That was a 25-minute segment. Is there... How many quests do I have until I get to the next dungeon? Right, this is called Verdict and Execution. Hey Joshua, how you doing? I feel that this zone is dragging a little bit. I hope soon we get some action. But as I was saying, chat, I did add a bunch more emotes to the list. I haven't been able to add the new ones yet, because I want to replace some of them with, what's it called? With, like, the chair emo and the whatever emo. I've got a list, actually. Which ones do I want to add? Let's take a look. To-do list. I want to get a stealth mission emote, nailed it, world's first, and chair emotes. I think those would fit. But, yeah. Not yet. I don't have the budget to buy emotes just yet. Got other things I want to do. What does this guy unlock? It's you and the Alorios. You're 10 away. Okay. Eighth occurrence. Flying. Okay. Ah, I see. Yeah, the eighth occurrence seems to have appeared all of a sudden. Guess I'll worry about that when I get to that point. Okay, so one there, one there. Shall I assume there's two in this place? This Otian Okios. Oh wow. So they look like, what's his face? God, what's the name of that summon? The wolf summon? Fenrir. They look like red Fenrirs. The quest after this one is 87. Okay. I mean, I'm about 1.5 million away from 87. So, hopefully it won't be too much effort to get there. We might have to do a dungeon though, I guess we'll see. Alright, let me keep recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Duros. So, Duros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4, the other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 Wonders. And the last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Mithrie handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emmett Selk, unneeded though it is. Matoyan, you are to stay here with Duros. For Hermes, the Iciones must be reverted. I would spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours. But if you are intent on helping, then please, follow my lead. Alright, so do we have to go far to get to Hermes? A little bit. Alright, let's catch up with Hermes again. I mean, it's good. So at the end of this episode is, I guess, will be the last 86 quest. I am making slow progress. I am getting there. And then we could maybe do a dungeon to help me reach 87. And when I hit 87, I'll do the 87 role quest. Before I carry on the story. There it is. Okay. Alright. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, we've caught up to Hermes, so let's talk to him. So I appreciate your help, and lament that it is necessary. There is our quarry, within striking distance at present, but if feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here is my plan. You'll approach slowly in full view and draw the Acheon's attention. And now I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to this task. Withstand the onslaught for a few moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. Alright. Face down. Get the fireballs. Okay. Oh, jeez. I should Summon the chocobo. Let's do that. That. Are we done? Alright. What are we supposed to do now? Ah. Examine this destination.
Now.
That was easy.
Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high. Fly free.
And rip.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend. I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
Okay, let's talk to Amisulk. So, the other Icyonas have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life in Elpis continues as normal, or ends as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Alright, that's complete. So, anyway guys, I think that's a good time to stop, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys. Alright. That's it for this episode. Part 5. So the next quest is called... Travelers at the Crossroads, and yeah, it's level 87. Travelers at the Crossroads. Okay. Alright. Let me quickly encode this video, then shall we do a dungeon? Tell me reach 87. I'm still, like I said, trying my best to just do this slowly, because it's an RPG. It's an MMORPG. Like, I'm in RPGs for... all RPGs for the story. That's the point of them. So... I will always absorb the story as much as I possibly can. Let's see. Otherwise, I'd play like flipping Call of Duty or something. Part 3... Part 4... Yeah, that was the question I had yesterday. Given that now Activision Blizzard is being bought by Microsoft, and World of Warcraft is going to be Microsoft, does that mean that, 1, World of Warcraft will be on Xbox Game Pass, and 2, does it mean that any idea or plans of Xbox having Final Fantasy XIV will be binned completely in favor of World of Warcraft instead? I do wonder. Because I would like to see PlayStation... I think PlayStation have to reply, because otherwise Xbox is going to become the biggest game company in the world. So I would like to see PlayStation buy Square Enix and Capcom. And maybe even Kojima Productions as well. And then I would like to see Nintendo buy Sega. To... And then if Microsoft are going to buy more, I think a good fit for Microsoft would be to buy Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft under Microsoft leadership would actually make sense. Triforce Gaming. Yeah. It's because basically... because it's something I posted yesterday, or Jeff Keighley actually posted it yesterday, is that apparently the market cap of Square Enix is about 6-7 billion, and the market cap right now of PlayStation is 70 billion. So PlayStation could take over Square Enix and it'd be nothing to them. It'd be really easy for them to do it. So it's not even 10% of their worth. And I think it would make sense for PlayStation to take over Square Enix. I don't know if Square Enix would sell, but yeah, at least if there was between the two, between Microsoft and PlayStation, I would rather PlayStation take them over. I hope not Sony with their censorship. What censorship? Okay, this video is done. Let's see if it's encoded properly. Okay. Yeah, encoded properly. Good. Close that. Let's close that. Delete that. Alright, he wants to do a dungeon. Because I only need 1.2 million. I guess I'll do a run of Vanispati. Let me know if you want an invite. To try and reach 87. And then I'll go do the 87 role quest. Alright, let me invite Joshua. Invite. Okay, let's go Vanispati. And join. I don't think it would be too big of an ask. How about Capcom? Would Capcom fit in better with Sony or with Microsoft? I think with PlayStation, personally. I think you might overlevel like me. The thing is, though, like I can't even carry on the story until I'm 87. So I have to level up to 87. Otherwise, the story is I'm underleveled. I'm only going to do one dungeon. Tifa in Final Fantasy XIV Remake. Stuff in 8 Remake and many games. Must do hard censorship, and they aren't allowed on PlayStation. I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean, Titas in FF7 Remake? What does that mean? I need more context. Assume I don't know anything you're talking about. Tell me the whole story.
My friends, heed me. These are children of Fafnir. Forgive me.
Uber? What about her,
I
Uber?
could do them no harm.
Like, would they nerf, like, both Lara Croft and Tifa if Thingy took over? Or run away. Just die. I don't think that would be the case. Because at the end of the day, PlayStation was supporting the hell out of, what's it called? Final Fantasy VII Remake's development.
I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
That's cool. Doing dungeons. Okay. Fair enough. And I think it's too late now. Like, they can't. Let's say PlayStation take over Square Enix. They can't exactly decide that, oh, Tifa's gonna lose like 3 cup sizes for part 2. Wouldn't make any sense. It's just, I feel like I said, if they wait too long before you know Microsoft are going to buy flipping PlayStation. But they have to maintain their position as the biggest game company. See how many games from Japan are getting censored in the West because of showing skin? No, I have not. The last time I heard about censorship was how they nerfed, what's it called? Tales of Berseria. To prevent the kid being stabbed through the stomach by a samurai sword, and instead he was just lifted with a magical orb and then killed. I haven't heard about censorship since then, but I only play a very small amount of games. But from what you're saying, it seems to be a rampant problem. But you need to give me examples. I'm not going to just, you know, if you just say, like, lots of things are being censored, it's like, okay, example, prove it. I'm not going to just take that on face value. And Shroud. Bollocks. But I'll give you an example. A former friend of mine is a anti-vaxxer, and she made these completely ridiculous claims of basically more people are dying from the vaccine and boosters than of the disease of the pandemic. And rather than just dismiss her, because I knew that she was full of shit, I said to her, prove it. What proof do you have that anything you're saying is true? And her reply to that was, I don't have to prove nothing to you. So I said, okay, we don't have to be friends anymore. Because you're such a fucking idiot. So it's like, show fucking respect. Like, I'm showing respect to, you know, wait for your ridiculous claims to be proven. And you didn't want to prove it. It's important to provide proof, and that's what I'm doing with the gaming news, for example, every day. Like, I'm trying to prove everything I'm saying. I'm not just saying it. I think it's really important. Show respect to the mechanics. No! I'm a streamer, I don't have to care about mechanics. Son of a bitch. Tank Buster. How are you, Mum? Good morning. Ah. Okay.
What is this vile presence I sense?
See. Last Mortal Kombat had females full dressed on purpose. Yeah, but I mean, Mortal Kombat is questionable at best anyway. You know what I mean? I think it's over the top with the violence. I just don't think it would happen. Obviously, I guess there's no point arguing about it because there's no indication that it even will happen. But from a business point of view, I do think PlayStation have to respond. Not immediately, but in time they need to. Like, they're already trying to respond by releasing PC ports, but the studios almost have to beg Sony to allow it to happen. That's bad. But he thinks the debuff is a damage buff. I'm not even looking. I just don't care. I think the people who care so much about mechanics in an MMO designed to be played casually is just, you know, I pity them. I'm a filthy casual and I'll stay as a filthy casual. There's a reason I've not raided for like how many years now? More than a decade. Like, what was it, 2008 or something, when Burning Crusade came out, and I said that's when I officially retired from raiding. It's been, what, 14 years since I retired from raiding? Because it's just not fun for someone like me. Because I rage too much. Mum, I don't know if you saw, I added some of the old emotes back as follower-only emotes, which means everyone should have them. So, yeah. Oh, that some of the old emotes have made a return. Because I just couldn't think of anything else to put on there. I don't really have any money or budget right now to get custom emotes or things like followers. Just not a priority to me right now. Maybe later I'll improve them, but for now, I just put something rather than having all those, what's it called, emote slots empty. Yeah. Nearly dead. Where did we see these mobs before? I feel like we saw them in like Final Fantasy XII or something. Sort of Ixion looking motherfuckers. The thing. I think some mobs are Armor 2. Yeah, the level 80 means scenario quest dungeon. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that they've been reused in Final Fantasy itself, but the 14 itself. But what about other? Because most assets from this game are taken from other Final Fantasy games. Buster. Yeah, Mum, that ramen I ate yesterday, oof, that was a good meal. Whatever. Take your flippin' time. There we go. 87. Yeah. Let's see. GG. We hit 87, world first. You know, it's really great being the best at everything. It really is. I've never taught humility. Or apparently speed. I like to take my time. Wink. I'm just wondering what the game experience for me is going to be like once the story is actually finished. Is it just going to be, yeah, let's just do a dungeon again. Let's just do roulettes again. I mean, I guess it's always been that way, but, you know, will I react to it differently this time? They're dead. Okay. That's boss time. Read. Pass. But I would say that Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard as a very major thing. Everything has changed now, like the rules are off the table, given how huge Activision Blizzard is. Because usually when there was some sort of like, oh, we're taking over this studio, they tend to be small. He comes back, I'll do another intro. Oh, bollocks. Of course. Double bollocks. Oh. Whoops! Oopsie whoopsie doopsie. I was too eager. And I teleported back into like 3 AoEs. Son of a bitch. Dead. Oh no, I survived. Where'd the puzzle? But yeah, I am looking forward to all the games that we're playing quite soon, or the other games. It'll be cool. Beat me to it. Fun. Cool. Thank you, healer. Appreciate you. I've got that already. Borrowed weapon, greed. Okay. Thank you. Love you all. Kisses. Right. Okay. We are done. So let me now go do the 87 role quest, which I'm going to assume is in Limsa, right? See where the old one ended. Yeah, it's outside the Maelstrom command. Okay, let me do the 87 role quest, and then we'll carry on the story. Yeah, thank you, Joshua. Appreciate your help. Good morning. Good morning, Ian. How are you? Yeah, Amber, I forgot to ask. How's life? How's school? How's everything? Is your life still disrupted, or are you able to get back to normal? Fine, went back to uni this week. Oh, cool. And how is the general feeling of people who are there? I'm so happy I didn't have to deal with any of this rubbish when I was at university. Like pandemic or anything. Okay, let me just get up and stretch, chat. Give me a sec. Let's see. Well, the people I know, myself included, it's annoying how the uni are not allowing us to work online. Yeah. Some people don't have the facilities or very old-fashioned. Back to normal, but work is very busy, so life is non-existent. Uh-oh. Despite the fact that they have the lectures streamed online for those who are not in the UK, they refuse to let us. Yeah, I can understand it's very frustrating. So, how are you, Balfour? How are you feeling? Balfour, yesterday from Wagamama's, I had the ramen with chicken, with an extra serving of chicken. So, like double chicken, and I was like, ugh. I was really happy about that after that meal. It was a bit pricey, but I think it was worth it. I guess this person's de-simping a bunch of stuff. Other than that, they killed the second Savage boss yesterday. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not even close to even doing the raid, let alone Savage. Chicken! Yeah. I like chicken. And other than that, I've just been enjoying what I do. So I've been enjoying the gaming news. I've been enjoying all the running the YouTube channels. And it's nice that the music channel is slowly getting grips. Like I think it passed 100 subscribers yesterday, the music channel, which makes it bigger than my vlog channel already. So, and one channel that's doing especially well is the Let's Play channel. You know, that where I put all my live streaming VODs. That's doing very well. Like on average, people are watching the VODs for 20-30 minutes per view. So even if a video gets like 5 views, that could be hours of watch time. Like the Let's Play channel is getting way more watch time than even my gaming news channel. Okay. Is he going to just be de-simping for the next hour? Oh yeah, let me open these. Sorry. To Don's point earlier, the PlayStation 5 and 4 versions of Devil May Cry 5 censored one of those bosses, but on PC and Xbox it was not. Who cares? Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a huge issue, as long as it doesn't change the meaning. Right, let me equip new stuff. But yeah, I'm curious. Like I said, what the Xbox taking over thing will mean, and I wonder as well what it's going to mean for the next E3, because Xbox show is going to become even bigger. It's like, yeah, we own World of Warcraft, so. Or they're about to. Like, they said the takeover deal is going to take something like 18 months to get it done completely. But, yeah, it's still pretty good. Pretty damn good. Like I said, I am just curious what effect it will inadvertently have on PlayStation. Because I don't know if you saw yesterday, like, Xbox's, or, yeah, I think it was Xbox or Microsoft's share price. Or Activision Blizzard, sorry, share price shot up like 30% yesterday. Let's take a look, actually. So, Activision Blizzard share price. The last 5 days. Yeah, so yesterday morning, it was $65 a share. The second they made the announcement, it went up to $86 a share. So it jumped like $20 in one day. For it to go that much. It's like a 30% increase in a day is amazing. And it's still holding. So it's not like it was a temporary high and then it's going down. It's 86. I think now it's still 82. So you can see that it's gone up 30% and it's staying there. But when you look at PlayStation share price, so PlayStation share price, PlayStation share price in the last couple of days has been going down as a result. So it was a couple of days ago, it was $125 each. Yesterday, it dropped to 110. It dropped $15. So the PlayStation share price went down, and it's still going down, like 8%, I guess, since yesterday. So that's a big thing. That's why I said, from a business point of view, I really genuinely think that PlayStation need to respond. By announcing their own acquisitions or their own projects, or maybe even just announcing more PC ports. Just to say that, yeah, we'll bring PC ports of all of the PlayStation exclusives. And to announce the PlayStation Game Pass. That'll be fun. But they're probably going for quality rather than quantity, so they probably want to launch the Game Pass when they have a lot of things to actually put on it. And they said the Game Pass could potentially replace PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. So it might literally just become PlayStation Game Pass and you get both. Because that's basically what Xbox Game Pass did. Bloodborne for PC, please. Yeah. I mean, yeah, people talk a lot about Bloodborne. It's trending every other day on my Twitter. But we'll see if Bloodborne ever gets like remastered or re-released. I've never even played it, but I hope it gets remastered. I can't stand Bloodborne or Dark Souls type games. Yeah, it's what I said. It's that I will only consider playing Elden Ring if I have someone to co-op with. But we will probably be playing Dying Light 2 instead. That's a great soundtrack. Yeah. And in terms of just seeing the gameplay, I just watch Jesus play it because he speedruns the game. He knows everything about Bloodborne. He knows it inside out. So I just rely on him. So, but in, like I said, how many days? Well, very, very soon, we might be getting the Uncharted games. Take a look, actually. So, Uncharted, Thieves, Collection, release date. Legacy of Thieves Collection, release date. 28th. So yeah, so just over a week. So not this Friday, next Friday is supposed to be coming out. I don't even watch it. No, I don't watch it often. Most of the time, these days, the streams I'll be hanging out in will be people like Co-Carnage or Maximilian Dude, or who else? You know, and I don't really have much time to hang out in many other people's streams, or Lyric, because it's so flippin' funny. Sometimes I just hang out in Soda Pop and stream just to see what he's up to. So I don't hang out in any 14 streams at all. None. I just don't care. Like, the second I log out of 14, I don't even look at it. Did you finally finish? Oh, yeah, it's dawn. Of course it is. Alright, let me do the 87 role quest from Elite TPS. Alright, so recording in 3, 2, 1. Hang on. In 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 87 melee DPS role quest in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Upper Linda Laminza at 1212, just outside the Maelstrom command, and we need to talk to the Maelstrom Secretariat. So the quest is called Old Heroes Never Die. The Secretariat appears to have been waiting for you. So the Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that Laminza merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogamoro. The Admirals suspect that Do means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Null that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tide Gate and rendezvous with the Admiral at once. Okay. So, back to the Tide Gate. Okay, stop recording. Like, when you guys were leveling up, did you do the role quest the second they became available, or did you just wait? Elden Ring won't have cross-platform? Oh, it won't? Yeah, I mean, we're going to be playing on PlayStation 5, so if we play it. It's either PlayStation 5 or no platform. So... God, I just got like 50 Facebook followers. So... I guess it takes its time to get the information. Let's see, I missed the melee one with my ninja. Okay. Yeah, and then tomorrow we have, like I said, the Halloween event, the All Saints Wake. It was really funny yesterday, the memes that people were posting for World of Warcraft and for the Activision thing. It's all everyone was talking about. Even this morning, when I woke up and I was looking up gaming news, like the first 2 pages of the gaming news was basically Microsoft is buying Activision. And but one of the memes I saw yesterday with Asmongold was basically someone was showing the login screen of World of Warcraft, and someone was trying to log in with Hotmail and wasn't able to. That made me laugh. It really did. Give me 1 second, chat. Check my notifications. PlayStation 4 5 can crossplay, but between PC and Xbox they can't. But yeah, like, for me, basically, if I have the option to just play a game on PlayStation 5, I'll choose PlayStation 5 for the trophies. So, rather than PC. Like, if there's... Because, like, for example, 16 is going to potentially be coming out on PC. And I'm going to play the PlayStation 5 version. Same with 7 Remake. Like, as fun as it is to see all of the... like, the mods and stuff for the PC version, I will play 7 Remake, and especially 7 Remake 2 on PlayStation 5. So... Alright, I'm just going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll carry on the quest. So, I'll be right back. Sony don't really like crossplay. It reminds me of the Fortnite stuff some years ago. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was thinking that... Hey, Sunbro, how you doing? The most logical acquisition in the future would be Microsoft taking over Ubisoft. I think that is the one that makes the most sense. Like, it would be nice if Nintendo takes over Sega, or if PlayStation take over Square Enix, but I just don't know if that will ever happen. I'm already bored of this expansion. Yeah. I mean, don't worry, because like there's so many other games coming out very, very soon. February is a very, very busy month. So I recently replayed God of War. And then, yeah, Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, Dying Light 2, the Uncharted Thieves Collection. There is so many games. February is a very, very busy month. From all of them, probably Dying Light 2 is the one I want the most. To be perfectly honest. I've been waiting years for that game. Can't wait to explore it, especially if we can co-op through the whole game. Dying Light 2 is going to be sick. Yeah, hopefully. But it will be more fun. I would say games like Dying Light are just 10 times more fun when you co-op with friends. If you can just all get on voice chat and explore the city together. Like, for example, if they had to co-op to flippin' Cyberpunk, I would consider playing that game. I don't know if they ever will, though. I don't know if it makes any sense for them to add co-op to Cyberpunk. And I'm still waiting for the announcement of Cyberpunk. Like, we might get it next month. We have to just wait and see. And by the way, chat, like I said, I am still uploading the gaming news videos every single day. So if you're not already, please subscribe to my gaming news channel. I upload them every morning, every day. I've been doing it since last April, so I've been doing it for nearly a year. So it's part of my morning routine now to do the gaming news. Cyberpunk announcement? Yeah, the rumor is that during February there's going to be an announcement of Cyberpunk 1.5. And they're going to talk about, this is rumor, this is speculation, that it's going to include a lot of customization options, and you'll be able to customize your apartment in the game, and that there might be a solid update about the next gen update for the game as well, like the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X versions. So we have to just wait and see. But that's what the speculation is saying, based on leaks and speculation and blah 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 blah. And is it true, is it not true, blah, 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 blah. But the game came out so long ago now. So it's finally coming out beta then. Well, we have to wait and see. Because what some people felt like is that the last patch that came out for Cyberpunk, there was a big amount of time for it to come out, and they didn't release much. So people were like, really? We waited all these months for these little updates? But that's why the speculation as well is that they've been working on much bigger things in the background. So, yeah. And what I put on the gaming news today is that they're still hoping this year they'll release Hogwarts Legacy. They posted that on the official Harry Potter website. It's called thewizardingworld.com. Let's see. At this point, I'd rather them bring out The Witcher 4. Yeah, apparently they're working already on The Witcher 4. It's already in development. But it might be years before we hear anything. But yeah. Anyway, guys, let me carry on the recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with the Admiral. Let's talk to her. Thank you for coming, Mithrie. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Ogumora crystals. Though their aim is clear, it appears that they lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Doe longs for the days when every Sahagin cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? Let's recruit the Yellow Jackets to the cause. Sounds like a job for the company of heroes. Yellow Jackets are spread thin, keeping the coast safe from the crushing tide and their raids. We cannot afford to dilute their ranks any further. No, we must look for another party for assistance, I'm afraid. Any other ideas? Company of heroes, I guess? The Company of Heroes. Now that's a name I've not heard in some time. 'Tis true that they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Absent their leader, I suspect that they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yeah, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Whiskate, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let's hope that he is receptive to our offer. Noel, might I trust that you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? But of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. Alright, so we have to go to the Drowning Wench in Limsa, so let's go. Okay, stop recording. Let's see, part 2. Alright, so let's teleport to Limsa La Minza. I'm just happy that they added these role quests in. Like, imagine if you had to do class quests for every single class in the game at this point, given how many classes there are. It wouldn't make any sense. Take forever. Let's go to the Aft Castle. Okay, so nearly there. Where do we have to go? Over here. Alrighty, so let's carry on the recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it just outside the Drowning Wench. So let's wait. My apologies for the delay. So, you are alone? So your plea fell on deaf ears? And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that poem out of your ass, my old friend, and stop pretending that you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Odo, lest I skewer it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Long time no eye catch up, Blunder. Brayflox is tummy tickled to see gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Where's pleasantries and brawl? Why are we here? I make a simple request, to reform the company of heroes and lend Lindsay Laminza your strength. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction, calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal, while still dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. But that I say, have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold words, Landenell, but do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time? Oh yes, your commander. What if Mithrie here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be adverse to serving under such a decorated hero. Godby friend has goodly head for fighty think, and goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? If you the stones to follow me, better battle than a banquet. Now that's the confidence I'd expect from my commander. Very well then, consider us yours to lead. 5 years to the day, truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way to reaching out to the commander? I've forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so that we could find our own way. Apart from him and the company, I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. The matter at hand, missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us in tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the Crushing Tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. But in all seriousness, should we take care to decide who attends to what? Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due consideration. Yeah, the strong ones can handle the blasphemies, the weak ones can handle Leviathan. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the Crushing Tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. It's all order in on of self. As acting commander, it's your job to describe who will be doing what, based on the skills we have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of our strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths of course, of the storied veterans under your command. My speciality, you ask? Why, I'm impaling fiends with this lance of mine. Of course, the stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against the so-called blasphemy, and I'll have that thing on a skewer before you can say, okay, so you'll pursue the blasphemy then. Wise choice. Send Lananel after the Sahagin, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to say his bloodlust. I will speak plain. I am not some battle-crazy barbarian like Landinel. As Noth of the U, a tribe of fearless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Okay, so let's prevent the summoning then. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Udu Nudu Munu. As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather it not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Okay, let's prevent the summoning then. So, you have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Chamonix has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. So, Brayflock's master remake of Illuminati Treasures offers much of hand-lending with ingenuity. Busting Spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crackfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces. Okay, let's get him to get the blasphemy. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Brayflock's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem that everyone has their assignments. And I dare say the choices you made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you had been leading us for years. And with that, it's time that we got to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all, and we can keep each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We best be off then. Should we have need to regroup and reconsider our strategy, call for us. I'll return to the command. Share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sargon friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Mithrie. Alright. So let's go back to the Maelstrom command. Okay, I'll stop recording for now. So yeah, I am very astute. Let's see, part 3. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's talk to the Maelstrom commander. Cool, let's do it. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we made it back to the Maelstrom command. So, Mithrie, the Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Mithrie with a link poll, yes? Of course, Admiral. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. So, ho there, Commander. Just to give the word, and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue, or I'll track you down and rip yours out. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. Yeah, they sound like the Guardians of the Galaxy or something. That's where Mithrie comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. I will have the Secretary contact you if there's any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Null and see what he has gleaned about the Crushing Tide and their hideout. Let's hope for good tidings, Commander. Cool. That's complete. Right. So the next role quest will be at level 88. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. And as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. All right. So let's see. Part 4. Let's get... Okay, let me encode the video. Okay. Part 3. Part 4. Reduce. B4. Mom, I need to tell you something later, okay? Remind me. Okay, 87. Okay, let's encode the video. Alright. So, shall we go back so we can do the level 87 story quest? What time is it? Yeah, it's only 4:30. Might as well. Ew. Yeah, so, chat, how many quests have I got left until the next dungeon? Like 5 or 6 more? Mum's not here. Ah, rip. Have you seen Mum? I mean, she was in game earlier. Yeah, she's in game. And she was in chat earlier as well. It's just the time difference is always a thing. Because she's 8 hours behind me. So in the UK it's 4:38 PM, which means for her it's like 8:30 AM. I meant the mother that I say at the start at level 80. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's see if the video encoded. Okay, looks like the video encoded fine. So let's close that. Let's close that. Close that. One you met. Oh, you mean what's her face? Idolin. Or the mum of Elise and Heidelin, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. No, we met her a couple of times on the ship. I think she spoke to us a little bit more after that. I can't remember when. What quest are you on? So the next quest is called Travelers at the Crossroads, the first level 87 quest. Once you see her, then it's a dungeon after 5 quests. Ah, okay. Fair enough. So I guess I'll see her in a couple of quests. 9 quests till the dungeon. Okay. Labyrinthos, and after the second dungeon. Got it. Okay, so soon, basically. So 9 quests. If I'm doing about 2 to 3 a video, it means I've got, what, 3 more story videos before the next dungeon? And is it a case of the next dungeon? Will that be it then for Elpis? Will Elpis be done? And then I can unlock flying? Yep, okay. I mean, we're talking the next, like, couple of days at least. Like, it'll take a while. And then I'm going to assume that after Elpis will be the second half of Labyrinthos. But, like I said, so even when I unlock flying in Elpis, I want to do the flippin'... What's it called? The flippity flip. The flippity flying flippity flip. Shared face. So... Should be another month at your speed. Yeah. The fake grind, yeah. Sorry, I had a brain fart just then. I just replaced the farting with flippity. And it would not surprise me if I hit level 90 again before we finish the story. Because I'm already like halfway through 87. So if that does happen, then I'm going to again stop. And I'm going to get Sage leveled up to 87, 88, whatever the relevant level is. So, like, it would be funny if I start the story as Paladin, do the middle of it as Reaper, and then finish it as Sage. But once it's finished, then I can decide what I'm going to do next. But yeah, I'm trying to set a world record for slowest playthrough of Endwalker ever. And then never do the Savages. Like, even if they are trying to imply that this is the order you should play the game, it's like, nope, I'm going to play the game however I like. Let's see. And then I guess you should try completing it in 10 years' time. Yeah. I mean, like, as a human being, do you guys ever have thoughts which are completely disastrous thoughts? Like, you're walking on the side of the road, and you're like, I wonder what will happen if I jump in front of that bus. Apparently that's completely normal thoughts to have as a human being. And then your saner brain kicks in and says, you know, you'll die, so you probably shouldn't do that. So, basically, what I'm thinking right now is, shall I just log out, delete the Mithrie character, delete my YouTube channel, and kill myself? It's like, you know what? No, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a bad idea. So, maybe I shouldn't do that. That's bad. No, yeah. But for me, that's the equivalent thought. Please no. Yeah, okay, I'll try not to. But it's a case of, I think it's fundamental a thing of, I'm getting kind of bored of this. Humans, we can self-destruct. Yeah. So I think that there's that, let's call it the devil's voice, the inkling in the back of the mind. It's like, what happens if I just go out and just rob a bank? Like, I will probably be shot and killed. It's like, or go to prison. It's like, don't do it. But it's like I said, it's just the I think I am getting bored of this process of 14 generally. I've said it time and time again. Like there's been so many times where I've been ranting when I played the game. But for now, I'm in a much happier place than I was. It used to be much worse in the past. Let's see. You want to self-destruct? Use Blue Mage and do it. That is true. I can do that. That's a good idea. But that's what I was saying. It's a natural, as twisted and weird and stupid as it sounds. Like it's apparently completely normal for humans to have the sort of force from time to time. If he has the skill, yeah, probably does. Let's see, Blue Mage. Yeah, I've got Bomb Toss, Flying Sardine, Ice Spikes, and Water Cannon. I really like. I got to level 50 by power leveling, and then I just didn't get any of the skills because I leveled up so damn fast. Let's see, Reaper. Where is Reaper? Down there. But yeah, but that's what I've been thinking like lately is what can I do to increase the enjoyment, and the variety is I think what will increase the enjoyment. Hey man, how you doing today? We're just talking about morbid stuff. So because like there was a time, for example, I had to, you know, I've uploaded my 7 remake playthrough to YouTube. I had to go through all, I think there's like 28 episodes for 7 Remake. I had to go through all of them. I had to trim them. I had to cut off the ends. I had to encode them to make them smaller so I can upload them and stuff like that. And the process itself took about 3-4 hours. But the amount of physical pain I was doing, feeling while doing it almost made it unbearable. It's sort of like, I don't want to do this. It's fighting the laziness. Like for me, the laziness causes physical pain. But thankfully, I persevered, and I managed to get through it. And that is something I do have to battle almost on a daily basis. Is the laziness feeling of like I just don't want to. I don't want to go to school today. You know that feeling. I don't know if you guys have anything like that. Anything at all that's mundane. I feel like I don't. So yeah, but at the same time, like I said, I am very aware that I'm human. Let's see, but we are forced to go to school by parents. Yeah, yeah. It's still causing me PTSD. Even though, like, because I don't know if you guys have ever had it. I was still having flipping nightmares about university. And then I woke up and then realized I finished university like 10 years ago. So, or in my case, even longer. How long did I finish university? 2007 is when I graduated. God, it's been 15 years. 15 years since I finished university. Wow. And I think as well, like, I'm assuming this is everyone, I was always conditioned into you have to get a job, you'll maybe get married one day, maybe you'll have kids, maybe you'll buy a house, maybe you do this. But basically, as part of this process, you will take it up the ass while you try and achieve being mediocre. And like I've always tried to fight against that. So even when I was at work, I was fighting against the thoughts of I can't be asked, or I was waiting for the clock to okay. I think Joshua did the self-destruct. I was always waiting down the clock. It's like, when can I go home? My ass still hurts. Yeah, yeah. So, and it's something I've been, like I said, I've been reflecting on it a lot. This idea that, like how short life is, and how I want to just do what I do, and whatever I do, it doesn't matter. It's not even about YouTube or Twitch or games or anything. It's not about that. It's about being my own boss. I want to be my own boss for the rest of my life. So, Let's see, 9 to 5 jobs aren't for everyone. Yeah, and it's especially when, as almost Ember was saying earlier, this concept of you have to come in, you have to whatever, you can't, like, just do it from home. And I sort of like, well, one, there's a pandemic. Two, we are flipping in the digital age. Everyone that I know has got a good PC and an internet connection. So, like, stop trying to force me to sit in front of a computer miles from my home when I can sit in front of my much better PC, which is right next to my bed. So, let's see, if I could do whatever I wanted without consequence, it would be woodworking. Oh, cool. Or like making furniture and stuff. Yeah, thankfully I don't have any responsibilities because, you know, I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't have anything. I don't have a home to provide for. So, like, for me, like, if the internet didn't exist or computers didn't exist, I would have been a hairdresser. That's my other, like, thing, my other inkling. Because I don't have hair, so I would be compensating. Man, you made that sound depressing. Let's see, as your own boss, you have to do all the work yourself. So, no laziness allowed. Yeah, but it's about the motivation. So, for example, like, me doing YouTube and Twitch as a job, like, if it blows up, if I get raided by a massive content creator or whoever, then, and I make $1 million, I will keep all $1 million, which is wonderful. It's this sort of reward issue. When I had a 9 to 5 job, I could have invented a cure for cancer, a cure for AIDS, while also making the PC give you blowjobs, like, for free. And I would have got the same paycheck at the end of the month. And my reward would have been more work. So that's the thing. So it's the effort versus reward issue. It's like, I would say that right now, YouTube and Twitch is way more effort than having a 9 to 5 job, but the potential reward in the long run is a lot higher than a 9 to 5 job. Get this man alone, he has a vision. I don't want that. That's the thing. Because I was in debt for 10 years. I know the pain of it. So, and it's something I maybe will talk one day about on my finance channel, is, you know, obviously in Squid Game, all the people in Squid Game were burdened by debt. You know, they had uncontrollable debt, and they were willing to fight to the death to get out of it. And I know the feeling, because I was, like I said, I was in debt for a decade. So I know what it feels like to have so much debt where you make any money, then people are like, does it belong to someone else? Why do you have money? It's not for you, it belongs to someone else. You know, that sort of feeling. It's like, it doesn't matter what you do, like, you don't deserve money, you don't deserve time, you don't deserve success, you're in debt, fuck you until you pay it off. So, and, like, even in Squid Game, like, literally the rich people, if you've seen it, were calling the people in debt, or the contestants, whatever you want to call them, the players, they were calling them scumbags. They were looking down at them so much. It's like, these people don't know how to control money. A grant, on the other hand. Yeah, I'll take a grant. So, I mean, I do have a vision. So, for example, I've already said, if someone comes into the stream, Mr. Beast, whoever, some massive content creator, gives me $10,000, I know exactly what I'm going to do with all of it. Like, it's already planned out. It's just, for now, it's just a case of when I get the money. Whereas when I was in debt, like, it was purely and only survival mode. It was purely like, do I have enough money to pay my rent? Do I have enough money to eat today? Like, what am I going to do? It's like, oh crap, I've got to go to work. I've got to forget about myself. Like, I hope I get through the day. Being in debt sucked. It really was really bad. So, I've seen that side of life as well, of what it's like to be in debt. And why I ended up in debt to begin with was because I was in an abusive relationship. So, basically, I was with a girl for 2 years, and during that time, she took so much money from me, she almost bankrupted me, And then she cheated on me. I got swindled. I got played to the nth degree. So, by a gold-digging, crazy lady. So, and that's part of the reason why I'm still single. Even after a decade, I'm still single. I don't trust anyone. So, because of what has been done to me in the past. Like, I was burdened with almost a decade worth of debt. From my point of view, out of love. Like, I was just supporting someone. And, like, the amount I paid for it is ridiculous. So, and then I was kicked out of my parents' house. So, and for what? Again, I didn't do anything. Like, it's a case of, if anyone remembers the drama back then, like, my dad asked to see my bank statements, and I told him basically to fuck off. And I got kicked out of the house. So, and then it started all that drama online. Because I didn't have any money, and I was in debt. So I asked people to help me move. And people, you guys did help me. I received something like $2,500 in a day, which was amazing. And then I went on Reddit and I said, you know, thank you guys for helping me. I really appreciate it. But I was naive to Reddit. I didn't realize that Reddit was a flippant toxic pool of scumbags. So by the time I woke up the next morning, it had turned, somehow my thank you community for helping me had turned into a hate thread. That's how twisted Reddit is. That's why I've never been on Reddit since. It's a fuck Reddit. Fuck everyone on it. That's my answer. So, and the same as Twitter. Yeah. So, and it's a case of, basically, it's sort of like trying to kick people when they're down. And it's a case of, look, what did I fucking do? Because that is something I question a lot about myself. What did I do? You know, I loved a girl. I ended up in debt. I refused to release my bank statements. Like, someone demanding to see your bank statements is illegal. So it's not like it's a preference that you should or shouldn't. It's illegal to even ask someone to see their bank statements without their consent. And what happened to me? I got kicked out. And then I said thank you for being bailed out. And then it turned into a hate thread. And then I paid everyone back 20%, and I was called a fucking thief. Like, some people have this belief that I stole money from Reddit, even though I went on Reddit to say thank you for the people who bailed me out. I never stole money from anyone. So, and people believe that I did steal money, and I would say fuck them all. You know, that's the thing. So I've been really patient as much as I can, because it is just the internet. Like, the internet is full of idiots. Or people who hear a little bit of the story and then make their entire judgment based on the little bit they've heard without hearing the entire story. So, yeah. So, it's amazing, basically, that I'm such a nice guy. You wonder why I swear so fucking much. But that's the internet summed up. Yeah, pretty much. And that's why I no longer get involved with anything with any other content creators. It's what I've said before as well on stream, that if I even mention other content creators, I'll only be talking about positive. If there's anything negative at all, anything negative, if it's even 0.5% negative, I will say nothing. And then if anyone's even whispers or even breathes any negativity towards me, they will get banned permanently. So that's the thing, and there's no going back on that. Once you're banned, that's it. You're gone from my life. You're gone forever. So yeah, so I have blocked a few people, but the thing is, I haven't blocked that many. I've only blocked a few. And my life has been a lot better since then. So it's because I said I've got my own shit. I've got my own brain to deal with. I don't need other people adding to it. So yeah, I've dealt with a lot of bullshit in my time, and you still see me working so fucking hard. I've got 7 YouTube channels, I've got Twitch, I've got social media and stuff as well. I work on it probably 12 hours a day on all my channels. Like, sometimes I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning thinking, how can I improve what I do? Can I improve the description of this video? Can I improve the thumbnails? Can I add more emotes to my live stream and so on? I'm always thinking about how can I improve as a content creator. But it is frustrating. It is very frustrating sometimes, where, like, to fight those thoughts. That's the point I've been making, is that when you have all that doubt, because you see a lot of other content creators talk about it all the time, that they call it the the imposter syndrome. That, like, you don't deserve anything good in your life because you're a content creator or whatever. And I say, no, I say, I don't believe that. I work very, very hard. And basically, I deserve the world. Simple as that. So, and some people get lucky, some people don't. Some people will make a VR. Some people will become millionaires doing this. Some people will make bollocks. They'll make nothing. But hey, that's life. Oh, you saw the new emo. So, but as long as I'm having fun. But that's the also the main thing. I'm still human. I'm still a human being. Sometimes you need to just let it out. Nice new emotes. Yeah, but they're default emotes built into Twitch. So Twitch just let you use them. I will see if I can eventually replace them with custom emotes. So, but yeah, I'm just having a rant. I think it's okay to rant sometimes. It's been a while since I've had a rant. And guys, you tell me as well. If there's anything you want to rant about, feel free. Just don't target it at anyone. If there's anything in your life that frustrates you, then feel free to share. So, but yeah. What are we ranting about? Basically, have you ever had this thought? Let's say you're walking on the side of the road, and you have the thought in your head of like, what would happen if I walk in front of that bus? And then, maybe I shouldn't do that, I'll probably die. So, what I've been ranting about, basically, is fighting those thoughts. You know, like, and fighting the negative shit that can enter your brain sometimes for no reason. All the time. Yeah. So, because apparently that's a completely normal human thing to think. That's just normal as we are. Which is unfortunate being a human being, but that's just as we are. So, what I've been ranting about is this idea of how do you fight that in your life? How do you deal with it? So, and like I said, being a content creator is especially frustrating, at least at the beginning. But it gets easier with time. It literally does get a lot easier with time. So you just have to keep pushing on and keep fighting through it. So, and not let anyone slow you down. So that's why I said, if there's even half a percent of negativity addressed towards me, said person will be banned permanently. So, like, negativity is banned in the chat. It's okay to be negative about your own life, but if it's targeted negativity towards me, then they're going to get banned forever. So, let's see. And don't be a workaholic. Yeah. I think that is important. That's why sometimes you see me on Twitter, I'll just say, gonna chill today, not streaming today, see you soon, or whatever. I do have time to just chillax. Because if I did this 7 days a week, I will go flipping insane. So, I mean, I do the gaming news every single day, but literally the gaming news is so easy to do because they're like 2-minute videos. Like, I could be sick and still make the gaming news. Because they're that easy to make. Especially when it's just me talking over like a trailer or something. And I'm happy how the gaming news is going. It's nice to stay informed about everything. And then, like I said, someone else is making the music videos for me. And I'm happy with how that's going. Like I said, I think the music channel hit 100 subs already. Let me take a look. Relaxation. Yeah, 103 subs on the music channel already. And I've uploaded... Today will be the 10th video. So cool. Nice. Nice. So, yeah, things are moving. I've just gotten over my imposter syndrome. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Yeah. Like, what was your brain telling you, and what did you do to move past it? Because, yeah, we were talking about imposter syndrome before. It's just mental. And that's why I was saying about on the finance channel. You know, I made the point time and time again. I said it's about having your mind right. Like, it's not just about having a big bank balance, because you can be the richest man in the world and be miserable. So, like, or you could be the brokest man in the world and be the happiest man in the world. So it's about the mental. It's not just about your bank balance. Like, how can you fix your mental? And something that is helping me every day is to actually accomplish my goals. So, and the thing is as well, like, I know full well, I know 100% that I'm a jerk. I know that 100%. I don't need to be told it. I already know. And also as well, I know that some things I say sometimes, people don't like the way I say it. And to them, I say, I couldn't give a fuck if you'd like it or don't like it. You know, as I didn't ask for your opinion of how I speak. So, if I'm making a point, if you see the positivity in what I'm saying, great, wonderful. If you don't see the positivity, you want to start a fight, you're going to be fighting with a fucking wall. Because you're going to get blocked. So, because I am not hostile in any sense of the word. I'm very defensive, but I am not hostile. I've never been hostile to anyone. I've never started a fight, I've never whatever, but I will defend myself to the death. That's the contrast between the two. So, and I'm happy with that as a way to live. I am happy with that. So, and one thing I just don't get drawn into is all this flippant drama on Twitch. Like, it's exhausting. Let's see. I was stuck in the conditioning of working for someone else, but I am determined to be my own boss and financially free. Yeah, good. Keep that goal in mind. Work towards it every day, and it will happen. It is very, very frustrating working for other people, in my opinion. Some people are absolutely okay with it, but I am not. I can't work for someone else. Fuck that. So, but that's because of, like, I would say I've got a very dominant personality. So, and generally as well, at least with online, like the positive of YouTube and Twitch and so on, is I get to express myself. Like, I don't have all these thoughts running around my head 24 hours a day, like uncapped. Like, I can let it out, because sometimes when you say things, it loses all its value and all of its meaning when it comes out your mouth compared to how it felt when it was in your head. And a lot of times that could be a good thing. You realize quickly that maybe it's not so bad as you think. Like, you thought it was so bad in your head, but the second you say it out of your mouth, then it's like, oh, that's not that bad. But one thing I will not get drawn into either is this concept of the ideal shit. Ideally, this is how you should behave. Ideally, this is how you should interact with other people. You should, like, when people say, oh, you shouldn't do anything, you should try and get out of your comfort zone, you should whatever, and all this other generic bullshit. I said, if it doesn't apply to you, don't embrace it. Make up your own fucking mind. Make up your own damn mind of how you do things. Don't do it because it's the ideal. Fuck ideal. I couldn't give a fuck about it. Like, because for me, ideal is probably the worst concept ever. Like, ideally, you should do this, because it's like, for example, when people argue about things online, and they give this impression that my opinion is right, therefore I'm the good guy, and everyone else who disagrees with me is the bad guy. But where the flaw is in the argument is who decides what's right and wrong. Who decides it? No one decides it. So I made a decision to make micro changes every day and celebrate every achievement. It's helped me to be happier with my life and reaching my goals. Yeah, absolutely. It depends on the subject. Yeah, of course. Yeah, like, you can't apply everything to everything. But yeah, because one piece of advice I got was about, for example, tidying your bed in the morning. So every morning I tidy my bed. Why? Because it's a victory. So it means that the second you've woken up, within 5 seconds of you waking up, you've already had your first victory of the day, which is tidy your bed. So, and it is a victory for me every morning, for example, when I finish the gaming news. Like, when I finish it, it's translated, it's uploaded, because I upload it, to YouTube, to Facebook, and Instagram. When I finish that, that's another victory. When I've had a shower, that's a victory. When I've had breakfast, that's a victory. So by the time I start the live stream, I've already had several victories before I even start the stream. So, and the fact I've got 4 videos pending to be uploaded, which means I've got videos for the next 4 days on my main channel. That's a victory. And I am aware that the 14 videos are probably destroying my main channel at the moment. They're destroying the averages because, like, they're getting, like, I don't know, 20 to 50 views each. But I just don't care. I enjoy making them. So that's the thing. But I tried to keep, like I said, try to keep my mind right. I've not got it all figured out. I just don't. It's a work in progress. But I am way happier than I was. I do tidy the bed routine. Also, it's amazing how something so simple has a massive effect. Yeah. Because like I said, it's your victory of the day. Like, you start the day on a positive. You've tidied your bed. So you've, like I said, you've had a victory within 5 seconds of waking up. So, because even when I made a video about my to-do list and how to make a to-do list and stick to it, most of the beginning of it is taking care of yourself and cleaning up and stuff. Let's see, not if you have my cat. So, yeah. And what I'm happy about as well, like, my house is very quiet. So there was one housemate that was playing really loud music that disturbed everyone, but she's now shut the fuck up, which is great. So I don't have any sort of outside factors really which are disturbing me too much. So, and I'm trying to drink more water as well. Drinking water makes me feel healthy and makes me feel good. But there's a lot of shit. Do you speak to your housemates much? Yeah, pretty much every day. So, especially the one that, because there's 2 of us on the top floor, we have our own kitchen up here. I talk to her nearly every day. And I've got phone numbers of most of them, so I can text if there's any issues, and they can text me. So, but the thing is though, like, living in this house, like, I've lived in this house for 5, nearly 6 years. In April, it would have been 6 years, I think. And there isn't any housemate that lives here now that was here when I moved in. I am the oldest housemate. I am the longest housemate. So, and because I live in London and I'm a YouTuber, it means I'm probably going to be living here for another 5-10 years before I can afford my own place. And again, I'm okay with that. And Mithrie the Grey. Yeah, eventually I'll be Mithrie the White. Where do you live? I live in South London. A house is expensive? Yeah. In London, houses are, like, forget it. They're beyond reach. Like, in London, like, the only way I'm buying a house in London is if I literally win the lottery. Or if I blow up as a content creator and I start making 5 figures a month. That's the only way I am I can buy a house. Or I could go down the route of working 9 to 5, get barely enough to cover a what's it called? A down payment, and then live the rest of my life trying to get flipping the payment for the mortgage. I don't want that life. Not much like Toronto or Vancouver here. So expensive, over $1 million for the lowest. Yeah. Like, it's like I said, like, literally, it is insane. Yeah, like, someone, I keep referring to Mr. Beast because he's the one that's known for giving out tons of money. He could literally come into the stream right now, drop $100,000. It will not help me get a house. He would have to give me $1 million. So, and then maybe I can buy a house. Because by the time you convert the dollars to pound, it's not actually that much money. I live in North UK in Yorkshire. My house was 165,000. You're lucky. £200,000 where I live would buy you a shed or garage. So, if that, like, I'm looking, if I want a real house, like, even the house I live in here, this house that I rent in, This house is worth probably 400,000 or 500,000. So 3-bed semi, that would be like 5 million in London. That's good. Because I did consider, like, no one is forcing me to live in London. Like, I could just move out. I could just leave London. But what they say is that if you move out of London, you'll never be able to afford to come back. So, and that's the thing. Moving away is smart. Yeah, but the thing is, it would take me away from my family. Because, you know, my family live 5 minutes from here. That's the... Again, that's the question. It's going to London to shop if you need to. Yeah, I just order online. I don't go anywhere. Because, you know me, I don't like traveling with my agoraphobia. But, yeah, I am still hopeful for things to improve. And as long as I stay as my own boss, because it's something I've talked to Mum about, is this concept of, at least by doing this full time, things actually get done. Like, if I didn't, if I was working 9 to 5 like before, and just YouTube and Twitch was just evening and weekends, nothing would ever be finished. That's how I ended up, like I said, with Stormblood, with like 250 pending videos. But it would be good for your legs. Yeah, of course, absolutely. At least if it's just 5 minutes around your home. Yeah, I 100% agree. I see it's small, there's only 84k people. It's like, yeah, like how many people live in London? How many millions? Hey Siri. What is the population of London?
2000.
9 million live in London. 9 million. So, that's a lot of people. So, yeah. That's way too big. Yes, it is. Run away, yeah. Like I said, just in this house I live in, I've got 7 housemates. And this is a semi-detached house. Every room has been converted into a bedroom that is being rented out. So there's 8 bedrooms, there's 3 bathrooms, 1 on each floor, and 2 kitchens. Toronto is up to 7 million. I hate it. Yeah, there's way too many people. Yeah, we just need Thanos to come along. I'm just kidding. No, we don't. But people aside, like, I can hide in my sort of Mithrie cave, whenever I like. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, of course, it would be better for my legs to actually go out, and that's why I want to get, for example, the standing desk, so that I can. Yeah, I mean, you know, I had similar thoughts. So there's 247,000 in my town. Wow. Yeah, 9 million in London. Jeez. Not bad. Yeah, because I do wonder, like, what life would be like if I lived in the country, for example, rather than in London. As long as I have a good internet connection and I can order takeout whenever I like, I will live anywhere. As long as I can get everything I need, basically. So, like, I don't have any visions of the future, of, like, going to town and going to the farmer's market to buy, like, breakfast. I'm not that sort of person. Like, in fact, I think my ideal place to live would be like a cabin in the woods. It's completely isolated. I love it. I think for me that would be my ideal. We have 2 million in my area and 3 million in the town next to me. Jeez. Yeah. A cottage for me, yeah. Isn't that a horror movie? Yeah. Cabin in the Woods, yeah. It's a horror movie. But for me, that would be ideal. I'll be the flipping nightmare. With my wife and kid and dog. Yeah. I mean, I would be happy with all of that. And it's a case of, like, I'm not married, so I've not met my future wife yet. She's gonna have to be she's gonna have to be hard as nails to put up with my bullshit. So, like, we'll see if I ever find a wife who can handle my shit. She has to be some woman to handle the Mithrie, or to handle me, and all the shit that's in my brain all the time. And at some point, it would be nice if I could take her as well, if I'm not completely selfish. So, but yeah, but like I said, I think it's really important to just remember we're all human beings. We all have our own shit. It's okay to be in pain. So it's okay to suffer. I think we all suffer in our own ways. So, but at least I can say the things I've done recently to make my life better. So, let me just get up and stretch, guys, in a sec. I'm back. Are the 14 servers still crap? No. Well, the thing is, I can't really comment because I play on an NA server, but the time I log in is equivalent to like 4 in the morning. So there's basically no server queues for me ever, but I can't judge from how other people are feeling. But on the 25th, I think, which is obviously soon, they're intending to expand all the data centers, and they're working on launching an oceanic data center as well. Let's see. It's calmed down a lot during peak times. Yeah. So we'll see what the server expansions does for the game. Yesterday I was in a queue for less than 3 minutes. That's good. Yeah, and obviously people probably now are finishing Endwalker, finishing the Savages and so on, and they just log in to do raids each week. They're going back to the old routine of just doing the weekly content rather than being online all the time. Because they said when Endwalker launched, people were online a lot. They didn't want to log off. I guess for obvious reasons, maybe people were scared that if they logged off, they wouldn't be able to get back on. Yeah. But like I say, I need to just keep that equilibrium. Like, what can I do to keep the equilibrium? Wonder Saga will still be on Aether when NA gets the 4th data center. Probably. I don't see why it wouldn't. Saga is one of the oldest servers. It's true, raid times were insane, yeah. Miss the days where there was little fans playing. Yeah. Like, 14 was more of a niche game than anything else. But my thing is that a lot of WoW players, from what we've seen, have changed to 14, right? And now that Microsoft is buying Blizzard, is it a case of maybe in a few years WoW will be good again because it's got new management? So, and then will people then just abandon 14 and go back to WoW? I'm talking about WoW players who have moved over to 14 for now. Like, will they just abandon 14 and go back to WoW? Because the unfortunate side is that people will probably just follow some of the big content creators. So if people like, for example, Asmongold, if he's playing 14, people will play 14. If he's playing New World, people will play New World. If he's playing WoW, people will play WoW. Depends what they like. Yeah. But It also depends on 14. Like, I do really think... I don't think it's that urgent, but I do think 14 really does need an engine upgrade to stay relevant. Because before you know it, you're gonna... A new MMO is gonna come out that's gonna make 14 look like a piece of shit. Graphically, anyway. I think Microsoft will bring WoW to Xbox. Yeah, it would be nice. That's why I tweeted yesterday saying that given that WoW is now with Xbox, does that mean that any chance of 14 being on Xbox get sidelined? Yeah, WoW will be on console, yeah. Who knows? Reckon WoW sub will be on Game Pass? I hope it actually is, to be perfectly honest, because I have Xbox Game Pass. And I played WoW for a very long time, so it would be nice if I could go back to WoW. Like, without having to worry about paying for it. Asman will always play WoW, yeah. Let's see. They're going to structure the data centers with 8 servers each. Aether has 10, or 2 will be moved. Well, whatever. But they said that eventually they want to add in the visiting of the data centers facility. They said it's paused for now, but they want to add that in. Xbox, they need to change a lot of WoW's combat, etc. I don't think that will happen. You never know. You never know. It could just happen in expansion. Because when Legion came out, they removed most skills. So, like, you used to have, like, 14 now. You used to have, like, 30 skills. And then, at the beginning of Legion, you had, like, 5. And the characters were not any less fun to play. But they did spend a lot of time to think about what abilities do people really want. So on a console, they could add it in. They could make it available on Xbox if they want. But I just hope that they bring stability. The Xbox brings stability to Activision Blizzard. And that's why I think it would be logical for Microsoft to buy Ubisoft, because Ubisoft is also embroiled in bullshit at the moment. So, and I don't think it would be anything to Microsoft to buy Ubisoft. If they are willing to spend 70 billion on Activision Blizzard, they can spend 7 billion on Ubisoft. I think it's 7 billion, might be more actually. Take a look. Got it written down. Let's see. Gaming news. What's Ubisoft's stuff? Ubisoft, yeah, 7 billion. That was right. Yeah, so if, like I said, if they're willing to spend 70 billion on flipping Activision Blizzard, they can spend 7 on Ubisoft. And then hopefully they will be able to, like I said, fix all the drama at Ubisoft. But we'll see as well if they add games to Xbox Game Pass, like, for example, Diablo 4. I hope so. Diablo 4 would be nice on Xbox Game Pass. I'm already paying for it. But one thing is for sure, like, on a side note, my life has been very much improved by staying away from ads. So, for example, I pay for YouTube Premium, and I pay for Twitch Turbo. So I don't see ads on either platform. So, like, not everyone has got the money for it, but for me, given that I'm on Twitch and YouTube so damn much, it's been really great the last few months to not see any ads at all, ever. Like, the only time I saw ads on Twitch is when people were streaming NFL games, and, like, there would be more ads than football. Let's see, I paid to not see ads. That's good. Ew, ads. Yeah, exactly. Who needs them? Let's be honest. When was the last time, realistically, guys, when was the last time you saw an ad and said to yourself, that is a very interesting product, I'm going to buy that? I get ads, I have to deal with them. Ah, lame. You shouldn't get ads on Twitch, though, if you got a sub. At least on my channel. I feel like ads are very old school, yeah. only if they are promoting a great game. So, well, that's why I say Twitch Turbo is a really good deal, because it gives you no ads on all of Twitch, not just in. You don't have to like sub to a million channels. You can literally get Twitch Turbo, and then you ad free on the whole platform. Microsoft Blizzard can now get the needed staff to work at a normal speed. They lost a lot of staff. Yeah. I do, like, Microsoft do have a lot of work to do. But, for example, like, Microsoft taking over Bethesda, that's a good thing for Bethesda. So, because usually, from my experience anyway, playing Bethesda games, I expect Bethesda games to launch buggy. So, hopefully Microsoft will put an end to that shit. And maybe improve their QA policies. These surprises, but rarely see an ad for a game. And it's like, oh my god, I want this. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, we do look forward to what is effectively the ad spam during, like, the Game Awards at E3. We wait for all the new trailers. That's probably, like, the only times where we welcome ads. Because we want to see the trailers for the new games. But, yeah. But it's like I said, it's been a really, really long time since I've seen an ad and been like, yeah, I really want that product. It only ever seems to happen on Instagram. So, like, I sometimes I'll see an ad on Instagram, and then I'll be like, ooh, okay, maybe I should look at that. But yeah, and like I said, I am just working as hard as I can. I really am. Because I just want to make sure, though, that I'm not trying to run away from my issues. That by working hard, I'm actually achieving things and actually am curing them, if you know the difference. Aside on Twitch, I see how cringy. Yeah. I mean, before I got Twitch Turbo, I remember a day where I would see the same ad. I think it was from like Experian or something. I saw that same ad from Experian probably 15 times in one day. To a point where I actually tweeted at Experian saying, I've seen your ad on Twitch so many times, I will never get any of your products. I will never buy anything that you sell because the flippin' amount of ads I've seen. Fuck you. Like, why did I have to see your ad 15 times? So that's why I would rather not send abuse to advertisers, you know what I mean? So, because I hate that, like, if you have to watch ads, at least there should be some variety, rather than seeing the same ad 15 times in a row. But that Twitch would probably just bug that day. Let's see. Neil deGrasse Tyson once said something to the effect of targeted ads suck for him because it restricts him. He would rather explore to find what he's looking for and maybe find something else he might not have needed. Yeah. I can see the merit in that. So, but it's like I said, it's like most of the time, because I'm so flippin' busy with what I do, that most of the time I just don't want to see ads at all. I just don't have time. And I already know where all my money's going to go, like I said. Like, I've already got a plan for all the money. So, like, the only time that will stop happening is if I start making so much money I don't know what to do with it. But even then, I'll probably just get to a point where I start doing flipping charity work and giving the money away. I won't just keep it. There's no point. I don't need to die a billionaire. Who would that serve? It won't serve me or anyone else. I'd rather use the money, if I have the spare money, to help other people. So, but we'll see. But it's the reason why, as well, like on the stream, it's the reason at the moment why I don't do charity streams, because I don't want to set a goal of, say, $100,000, $200,000 for charity when I myself don't get even flippin' tips. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be fair of me to say to you guys, yeah, donate to charity when you can't even afford to tip me. I don't think the audience is big enough for that yet. Maybe it will be one day, but right now it isn't. So, because if I was making enough spare money as well, because what I do like is when some content creators do charity streams, they basically say, okay, look, if we don't reach this goal, I will reach goal myself, or I will start the goal by giving this much money ahead of time to make sure that as minimum we're going to make this much money because I've already given it myself. I don't even have that as an option at the moment. So it's like I said, it would not surprise me if I've got the lowest sub count of all Twitch partners. I'm fairly sure most Twitch affiliates whoop my ass in sub count. Because I don't ask for subs. I don't ask for tits, I don't ask for bits, I don't ask for anything. So, yeah. And I'm okay with that, because my money comes from YouTube, it doesn't come from Twitch. Thank God it doesn't come from Twitch. Jesus. Like I said, if my entire life was it like, oh, I have to stream 8 hours a day so I can eat and hope I get tips. Oh, I think my life would be a lot worse. The viewing experience for you guys would be a lot worse as well if every flippin' 2 seconds is like, you know, you should give me money. I want to eat. Or constantly there's like donation goals on the screen. It's like, yeah, this month's rent. The goal constantly on the screen 24 hours a day. There's none of that. There hasn't been that for years on this stream. So, because I am realistic, and also as well at the end of the day, I am very aware of the fact that we're in a pandemic. People don't have money. So it wouldn't be fair for me to ask anyone to give me money when everyone else needs it for themselves. Let's see. Typical streamer though, sub goals and money goals. Yeah. I don't do any of that bullshit. I don't need it. I really, really just don't think it's good to do that at all. I used to do it, but on thinking about it, because the thing is, when I used to do it, it was more just like I did it because everyone else did. So, but seeing the bigger picture and thinking for myself, I've decided 100% it's a bad idea. I will not ask for subs or bits or anything. Like, if you do decide to sub or tip, I do obviously 100% appreciate it, but it's not necessary. It's nice to just sit and chat. So that's why, like I said, I don't even show my, because there's people on their screen, isn't it? All day they show their sub count, and yeah, like you said, sub goals and so on. Like, how much worse would my... I don't even want to show an example because I don't want to ruin my stream. So yeah, I won't even show an example. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it on other streams already. Not gonna happen here. But maybe this is excessive, chat. You tell me. But I am firmly of the belief that if someone said to me, you, Mithrie, have to get a 9-to-5 job or I'll kill you. I will shoot you in the head if you don't get a 9-to-5 job. My answer in that situation will be, shoot me. If the choices are get a 9-to-5 job or die, I will die. Gladly. I'll be like, yep, there's my head. Go for it. Is that excessive? I am no longer afraid of death. Yeah, pretty much. As I am not going to live a life which is not mine to live. There's no point. It's a complete waste of time, complete waste of effort, complete waste of energy. Yeah. Alright, I think that's enough ranting. I've been ranting for what, an hour? Is that enough ranting, guys? Shall we carry on the story of Endwalker? Let's see. Kick him in the nuts and force him to work for you. Yeah. So. Okay, let's do another story quest. So, what's it called? Travels at the crossroad. Yeah, I've already written it down. Oh, sorry, is it travels or travelers? Travelers at the crossroad. Okay. I'll stand between them. Alright, let's carry on the story of Endwalker. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story in Final Fantasy XIV's expansion, Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in Elpis at 8:31. And I did do one dungeon to level up to level 87. So, let's talk now to Hypholodius. The quest is called Travelers at the Crossroad. Hypholodius wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visit. So, where to now? If there's anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmaticist. Then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Mithrie? Will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say that we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you follow me, we will first head back towards Anagnorisis. Okay, I should be able to teleport right there. Okay, they're halfway in between. So, let's go. Okay, stop recording. But yeah, so maybe it's a bit heavy-handed or excessive, but after 3-4 years of being my own boss, I do genuinely feel that way. I just don't ever want to work for anyone ever again. It might be something in my DNA, because, like, my dad was he ran his own company for years, and he's been his own boss for, like, nearly 30 years now. And he has said himself the similar thing, that unless the company is his, he won't work there. So it's definitely in our DNA to be this way. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. But the thing is as well, like, I tend to be an open book. Like, I know that, like, some people shy away from talking about these things publicly, or they don't want to talk about it, or they pretend to be someone they're not, or whatever. I don't do that shit. I am the same online. I am the same in person. I am the same when I used to go to work. I'm the same everywhere. I'm just me. You might just refer to me by a different name, because obviously I'm not going to use my real name online. For privacy reasons. Alright. Let's carry on the recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up to Hypholodius, so let's talk to him. So from here, we follow the path northwards to Notnius. There we will find one of the Neos, which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth you'll have leave to use it freely. Shall we? Fair enough, makes sense. Okay, so let's catch up with him again. Alright. Okay, I'm back. Hard. So there is a law of, like, blah 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 blah. Travel 200 meters that way and we'll carry on the conversation. It's very, very frustrating. I'd say it's more noticeable in this zone than in other zones. That you just speak for like a few seconds and then you go somewhere else. But hey, I guess at least I'm getting towards the second half of this zone now. That's a positive. Okay, this another Aether. It's not an Aether. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to Ipholodius again. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with him again. So, here we are. Not Neos. This Neos will take us to Calamelius Zephyros, the Western Island. That's it right there, looming large over us. Have this way and we can soon admire the view from above. These names.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by...
Random Spriggan.
An Arraius. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Jeez. That
That
Heidelin.
was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Benar, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Benar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future?
Like, how did you know?
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Sounds rather like the Blessing of Light. Does it protect you from enthrallment by primals by any chance?
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Interesting. Alright, let's talk to Vinat. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal, and quick-fingered Aureas which made off with it. An Aurea, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would of course lead us only to the Aureas. There is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into Potion Okios. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Okay, so we need to search for the crystal. So let's go. Sorry, stop recording. It's interesting that we are dealing with her. Hang on, my sister's called me. Let me just call her back. Sorry, I'm back. I was wondering what my sister wanted. Second, she's just messaging me. Alright chat, we've got about 20 minutes left. And then I have to go for the day. Alright. So I need to go that way. There. I have to go up here actually. Look. If I was a Spriggan, where would I be hiding? Here. Alright. Let's carry on the episode. Hydrate. Okay, good idea. Okay. Alright. Let's carry on recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I managed to get to the place. So let's see this concept crystal. Alright. So now we have to deliver the crystal back to Vinat. So let's go Okay, stop recording. Part 4. So, what do you guys think? Do you think I'll get to the next dungeon tomorrow? At this speed? Or would you say it'll take longer than that? No. Do you think it'll take longer? Hard to say. Maybe by Friday. Okay. I'm going that slowly. Okay, where is she? I like how yesterday I was like, yeah, maybe another hour. And then it's like, nope, 2 days. Alright, let's carry on recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with her, so let's talk to her. So, our last searcher returns. I am afraid the Aureas no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better. Okay, let's hand over the concept crystal. It says a scintillating crystal upon which is stored some manner of esoteric concept. The crystal, well done. Wonderful. Now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? I've often been asked to do so. Traveling and searching go hand in hand. Oh, you two? Some of us seem destined to always be searching, for ourselves and for others. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times has my presence been requested, my opinions sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is the way one thing leads to another. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. Alright, and then the next quest is called A Past Not Yet Come to Pass. Vanette is in a cheerful mood. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I returned this stolen property. If you go on ahead to my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to go to the next place. So, let's go. Sorry, stop recording. You remember the talk about the 12? As in, like, the 12 of this game. What about it? Azima is one of them. Ah. Sorry, I want to attune to the Aetherite first. Okay, let's go. Okay, there she is. I need to write down the quest name. A past. Not yet to pass. Alright. A quest away. Alright. Yeah, maybe by next week. Now, at the moment, I'm doing about 2-3 quests a video, so I guess I'm... If it's 3 quests a video, maybe I'm 3 videos away. I wonder if Azima is based on our character's seat name, because both are the symbol of the sun. Yeah. I remember reading about the 12 back in the day. Anyway, let's not delay too long. I just want to see how long I've recorded for. I've already done, let's see, 15 minutes. Okay. So, let's carry on the episode. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up to Vanat, so let's talk to her. So, welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea.
Ah, a wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
There used to be 1.0, and it really, really sucked really badly. And then they made 2.0, and the game got good. So, sorry, let me read what it actually says. Calamity called the final days has befallen the world. The world has been sundered, broken into shards. Mankind is being forced to flee the star.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Like that this is a piano medley of answers. I'm surprised you would tell him.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital on Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman.
Yeah.
To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Bye.
Emmett Selk, wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Dynamis is key to all of this. Hermes and Mithrie are somehow involved. I'm still trying to make sense of it all.
I see. Then for now, it might be best that we follow your lead and investigate he who will become Fandaniel. And if Dynamis is the selfsame energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, we would do well to learn more about it. With that settled, it is time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. And suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Oh, let's talk to her again. So, shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the Chief Overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Mithrie, and I have a good idea of where we might begin. Fair enough. So, let's catch up with her. Okay, stop recording. I was expecting Emmett Selk to be like, scandal, preposterous. How dare you insinuate anything to do with anything? Ugh. Yeah, he would burp as well. Okay. Talk to her again. Alright. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with her. So, see you the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Ismeni. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis. And from what I can recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions, and I will help with drawing out answers if need be. But I leave the choice of topic up to you. Okay. So questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any duties. Okay. Begin asking questions. Greetings, Ismeni. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Vanette. Anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as Chief Overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail and is a leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. Hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long has Mithrie been here? You know of her abilities. It's no secret that she is highly unusual familiar. Of late, the chief often makes his rounds with her, like a mother hen raising her chick. I understand that she is able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? The Chief may not be the most gracious individual, but he engages with us as is necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though, if you wish to learn more about Mithrie, you could try speaking with Timios, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on the banks of the stream somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Oh, Mithrie, I think we've taken enough of Ismene's time. Alright, so let's talk to her again. She's right next to us. So our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers. If you could track down the colleague Ismene mentioned. Given how you steered that previous conversation, it's plain you need no assistance from me. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with this Timios. Okay, so where is Timios? Other side of town. Alright, let's go find him. Okay, stop recording. Is part 7. Do you think it's going to leave a big void in the game once I've actually finished the story? It did it for you guys? When you finish the story, there's like nothing else to do? Or the game loses its purpose? Or are you just busier than ever? Alright. In the meantime, let me keep recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up to him, so let's talk to him. So, yes, I am Timios, but please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. Following event cannot be skipped. So, what is it that you wish to speak about? Is it true that you're an expert on flying creatures? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creatures? Chief Hermes' work, a worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favourite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concept continues unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless skies in moments, and all without riding the currents. And of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else, are dumbfounded by his genius. Why not mimic his process? Metonian 2 is a marvel then. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Mitoan as a concept, I have never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Mitoyan's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. You know of Dynamis and Teleshis? I could tell you more of Mito's nature if you like. Dynamis and Enteleshis. Those names do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has it been a resurgence of interest? Then why bring up the subject? I am flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now, I must really return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to. Cool. Alright, let's go back and speak with Bernat. Okay, stop recording. This is part 8. Okay, so I think I'm going to finish this quest and then that'll probably be it for today. I think with my rant and... I mean, we recorded, what, like 3 videos today anyway. Even with my ranting. Which is pretty good. I'll keep this going. Hopefully tomorrow we can just carry on the story. I just don't think we're going to finish the story before Dying Light 2 comes out, but we'll see. Or even Uncharted. But we'll see how far we get. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've made it back to her, so let's talk to her again. So back already, that was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of that rambling Ismene mentioned. So, have you any findings to share? I see. Even an expert in the field had little understanding of Matoyan's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. My questions resulted in much of the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Matoyan as his personal project, and could provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. Cool, that's complete. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys. Alright chat, I think that's enough for one day. So, recorded another video. I'll upload them tonight. Means I've got 5 videos pending already. So, yeah. So, thanks for listening to my rant today. I appreciate it. And hopefully tomorrow we'll just carry on from here. I'm going to log out right here. Exit game, exit game. There we go. Alright chat. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Bye bye bye. Let's see, not like a good rant. Yeah, I needed it. That's for sure. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye guys. Bye.